The Comm Status page displays the current configured status of available communication media links. In the upper right corner, you will see the mode. The mode field indicates the manner in which ACARS will be used. Mode 2 designates AOA, or Aviation VHF Link Control over ACARS. Mode A designates POA, or Plain Old ACARS. Based on the aircraft installation and configuration, all three media statuses may or may not display. If not configured, the media title will not display and the position on the page will be empty. There are 33 different statuses, all of which are explained in your operator's manual. The COM control page provides access to the VHF data, SAT data, and telephone data options, depending on installation and configuration. VHF voice is also available, but only for the UL 800 model. The All COM function allows the status of all media links installed and configured to be set to resume or suspend. When resume is selected, an asterisk will display. This allows the communication system to resume operation. When suspend is selected, an asterisk will also display. This suspends the communication system. Suspending all media links using the All COM function has the additional effect of canceling all ADSC contracts, severing all CPDLC and ADSC connections, and discarding any messages that may be waiting in the downlink queue. These actions are performed unilaterally by Unilink. No notification messages are sent to the ground. We have resumed the status of all media links and are now logged on with ATC. Let's go back to the COM control page. Let's now look at the VHF data page. Each individual media data page has a state function that allows the same resume or suspend status to be set just for that specific media link. Prior to entering oceanic airspace and loss of VHF communications, the crew should manually suspend VHF using the VHF state function. The crew must manually resume VHF communications when re-entering a VHF available region. In addition to changing the state to VHF data, this page also allows the user to enable or disable the individual DSPs and provide access to the VHF frequency page. Pressing the line select key adjacent to each DSP toggles the network status between disabled and enabled. In the enabled status, Unilink will communicate with the service provider as appropriate. The disabled status prohibits Unilink from automatically tuning to frequencies assigned to that DSP at the current aircraft location. If all service providers are selected to disabled, the VHF status displayed on the COM status page will reflect no COM, no DSP. DSPs are configured into Unilink at installation. These selections are the default selections displayed on the VHF data page, but may be overridden by the crew. Care should be taken when overriding these selections to enabled, as network access fees may be charged to your account by the service provider. Data service providers include the following. ARINC is available worldwide except Japan. SITA is also available worldwide except Japan. Avicom is only available in Japan. The Frequencies page is accessed by selecting the Frequencies line select key. Please note that this prompt is only displayed while the VHF link is operating in POA, or Mode A. The Frequencies page displays the primary frequency table and a field for secondary frequency selection. Normal frequency selection is controlled automatically by Unilink management logic, and user intervention is not required. If the Unilink geographic database indicates that a DSP has coverage on a particular frequency at the aircraft's current location, the DSP's name will be displayed above the frequency. Otherwise, no coverage will display. Line select keys allow manual selection of a primary frequency. The asterisk icon will indicate the frequency that is currently tuned. The secondary frequency may be manually entered or uplinked from the ground. Any entry in the range of 118.0 through 136.975 will be accepted. Only one frequency, primary or secondary, can be selected at a time. The VHF voice option is available if the VHF radio supports voice communications. This option does not apply to the UL801 with the internal voice data radio. The VHF voice page is used to monitor and control voice mode, configuration permitting. If the configuration enables the Unilink to control voice mode, line select keys 1 and 2 right allow selection of the mode as either data or voice, respectively. If the configuration does not enable control over voice mode, the voice frequency prompt will be hidden and the prompts at line select keys 1 and 2 right will be unavailable, though they will still indicate the external voice data radio's mode of operation. Please note that disabling Unilink's control over voice mode does not prevent an external voice data radio from entering voice mode on its own. It simply prevents the Unilink from commanding the radio to enter voice mode. When control over voice mode is disabled, the sole function of the VHF voice page is to display the radio's current mode of operation. As mentioned before, when in data mode, Unilink is in data communication mode only with no voice communications. Unilink will tune to the appropriate data link frequencies only. When in voice mode, Unilink no longer communicates via VHF to support data link communications. The external VDR is used for voice only. VHF voice frequency can be tuned from this page using Voice Freq if voice frequency control is enabled in the configuration. Valid frequency range is dependent on the frequency spacing. If configured for frequency spacing of 25 kHz, the valid frequency range is from 118 to 136.95. If Unilink is configured for frequency spacing of 8.33 kHz / 25 kHz, the valid frequency range is from 118 to 136.965 and 136.98 to 136.99. The reason for the gap in spacing is that the frequency 136.975 is the reserved CSC data frequency. This feature provides the operator the ability to test the SATCOM link by sending a downlink over the SATCOM system and then display the link test status. Run the test by selecting Link Test Send. While the test is running, the state of the SATCOM link test is displayed on the line above. Once the test is complete, the SATCOM status is displayed on the Comm Status page. The displayed status is described in the Comm Status section of the operator's manual. The telephone data page is available if an air phone is configured. The telephone data page displays the DSP configured telephone number and also allows a manual override with a different number. The number that is configured will be displayed in the number field. The default value for the number field is blank, dashes only. Subscription service for Unilink may be obtained through Universal Weather and Aviation Incorporated at 1-800-231-5600. When the suspend option is selected, telephone communication is suspended and no data link messages can be sent or received via telephone. When resume is selected, the telephone can be used for sending and receiving messages. The suspend option is automatically selected if there have been excessive unsuccessful attempts at sending messages via telephone to the ground. Any manual selection will override any automatically set condition. The telephone link test provides the operator the ability to test the telephone link by sending a downlink over the telephone system and then displays the link test status. Run the test by selecting Link Test Send. The state of the telephone link test will display on the line above. Once the test is complete, the telephone status is displayed on the Comm Status page. The displayed status is described in the Comm Status section of the operator's manual.